It's an absolute mob. They're nearly 5 wide as that's car number 23, Richard Attenborough, that's going all the way down the inside of a lot of them. And that's going to cause problems. There is our first crash. That's going to bring out the caution then. Well, it didn't take long. So we're going to have 8 that peels in. How long will we stay green this time? Let's find out. And big crash in the middle. HEINZ-HARALO is our race winner.
Gate's going to take the lead here.
And we're... Oh, and that's contact. That's big contact. Samuel Jackson up the front there. That's going to just get knocked.
Whoa!
We have a lucky dog. We're back underway though. So she has been released, whatever has happened. Takeno leads the way then. So that's at the head of each. Oh, that's a big crash in the middle.
That's Johnny Schumacher. Looks like Lewis Hamilton at Hungary right now on that safety car.
He's made contact.
I think it's Susie Wolf. She doesn't have brakes.
Maybe she's got the old Martin Brundle block. Just collects it.
David Attenborough saved half the field with that move, actually.
That's Michael Scott that she's hit. We are there. So it's Sheldon Creed that will lead us away then from Lando Calrissian.
Probably going to cause some issues coming into this turn. It does, and there's a huge crash.
You're right, he was on that inside track. It's HEINZ-HARALO again then that he's made contact
Aaron
with.
Horner goes up to the wall. I think Liam might have been hit. He might have just barely made it through.
Fernando Alonso, Johnny Schumacher, Kathy Hayden, and Matt Neal that take us away.
There's a huge crash already. That's Susie Wolf again.
We're not going green. Caution is staying out then. Gonna arrive on the scene. Oh, it's Cecil. Right, I think we are going to try and go green this time. I'm just going to double check. Susie Wolf is in the pit, so she's not going to cause any problems this time around. Please don't.
He's going for the lead, but he's not going to make it. No.
Is he? Oh, no, he's going to get crowded out.
Oh, caution. Is that Jeff Goldblum? Not going to be last stop, I don't think. White flat. We'll get to that in a minute. So
it's Susie Wolf again. She's taken out Cecil again, but we're back underway anyway.
Are we?
Yep. I think it happened It happened at the perfect time because we didn't get the caution because it was just being released. So it's Enrique Lara that's leading us away there. Oh, big crash. That's Matt. It was Matt Neal.
It's a shame.
Oh, he's having such a good race.
Michael Scott, the main delivery.
Oh, and that's booked me. It's been launched.
Screaming her own name into that wall. She's going around the outside? Yeah, I think she's going to make it around the outside.
Oh!
That's
Keegan Spark. Don't do it, David.
Yep.
Oh. Well, this has been a failed experiment. Well, I say it's a failed experiment. You guys might love this. I don't know. We've finally done it. We've run out of parts.
And who is that? Is that Alan Carr going for a dive down the inside?
It is. He's whacked his nose in and he's causing a massive caution. Oh, they're getting caught up left, right, and centre. There goes Susie Wolf.
Kyle Busch coming into pit? What is he doing? If this is not a green-white checker, then he's giving up the win.
I don't know what he's doing. Pepe's carried on along with Sheldon Creed, Liam.
So we'll see right now as they cross the line. If the lap count changes, then it doesn't. It's going to finish under caution. And Kyle Busch has given up the win.
So this will be the final race of the final lap of the race then.
Exactly. I don't see any indication of a green light checkered here, and that has been a disaster from the Kagan's pit wall.
How did Rage do it?
I don't know.
Once again, I think he might get the race win here. It's going to be podiums for Sheldon Creed and Liam Bridesmaid, and some very good points finishes from Take Inui, Louis Spence, and Catherine Payne. Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the Foxworth Autosport Fantasy League. It's time for round number 3, the one you've all been waiting for. It's our return to Bathurst here in Series 2, and alongside me for the craziness that I'm sure is about to ensue is Foxworth himself. How are you today, my friend?
Doing well. The first 2 rounds have been quite chaotic. I hope everyone's enjoyed that, and this is the first time that I've seen the graphics, and boy, have those been fantastic to see.
It's about 5 or 6 mile track. They're pretty quick around here with 2 very long straights. They get up to some high top speeds, and it's a quicker lap than last time at Spa, I think. Anyway, but yeah, it's hope everybody's enjoying it so far. We've upped the game a little bit with the graphics packages to make it a bit more exciting before and after the race. 2 different winners so far: HEINZ-HARALO and Pepe last time out at the Super Speedway, and it's Flavio Briatore and El Classico Racing that are leading the championships at the moment. What are we expecting to see from this one round Bathurst for us?
Well, I know Susie Wolf had some issues last time out. She had a little bit of a concussion. We tried to get a replacement for her, but the only one available was Martin Brundle, so we just decided to stick her back in the car. So let's hope that she's back up in top form and doesn't slam into the wall. And is that turn 2, I guess? Every single lap, but we'll see how she is. But yeah, definitely look up for some flash points, a lot of pileups in the mountains, and the flash point in the last corner has been a very kind of exciting part of the track that really kicks things off.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a tough call between putting Martin Brundle in the car or not. The plus point was he didn't need a ticket because he's still here in the medical centre. They weren't. Well, I say medical centre. It was a mental facility. I just really weren't sure that he was okay. He kept insisting he did nothing wrong last time out, last year, but we know differently, of course. Had a flashpoint at the final chicane in Spa in Season 1, and it wasn't so much of one in Season 2. So it'll be interesting to see where the incidents do happen around here. A lot that can happen over the mountain as well. Incredibly narrow, and when there's a car spun or facing the opposite way on up or down the mountain, the AI don't really know what to do with it. That's where the action's going to happen, I think, today. So it's Richard Attenborough leading the way at the moment. We've got about 2 minutes left of qualifying. HEINZ-HARALO currently on the front row, continuing his strong start to the season. Enrique Lara has just moved up into second place. As 8 now pops himself into third then, so the times are going to continue to tumble as Torres Cargi improves as well. But you want to be out of the way of the trouble, don't you, around here? You want to be in that top 3 or 4 to at least ensure the first lap is going to be clean for you, you hope.
Quite interesting. It seems like a lot of the top 3 get taken out at one point or another. Saying a lot, I guess. Jesse Pinkman up to P5.
Yeah, we've got lots of improvements coming in now. Han Solo moves to the top of the times. Liam Bride's made it up to third. Tyler Ankrum P5. Jesse Pinkman P6. So, yeah, we're going to see a lot of late improvements as the fuel comes off. And fuel's so important around here. It's a very long lap, and you're going up a massive hill as well. So the less fuel you can have going up that hill, the quicker you're going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be very interesting to see if anyone tries to go for that extra lap. I don't know if it's going to be similar to Spa or not, but we'll have to find out. I don't think we saw any like fuel shuffles here, but I think we played a little bit with the fuel, so we'll have to see if that comes into play.
Yeah, we should be closer to a natural 2-stop in this race if I got it right. So expect 7 stops or 0, knowing me. But yeah, there will be a difference in strategy. But I don't think I remember seeing anybody run out of fuel last year. But we'll see. You know, their strategy risk is set as high as possible. So Katayama's put himself up into third. It's an all Japanese. I was going to say second row, but it's second and third on the grid at the moment. And I think that's going to be about it in terms of improvements. There's 20 seconds to go. Can't see too many improvements on the board. And the guys that came out early are now starting to pit as they're out of fuel. So I think that might be it for the top of the field, but we'll see. Oh, we have got a late improvement. Flavio Briatore, our current championship leader, puts himself up in 6th place. That's a useful improvement from him.
He's having a great season so far. Last season he was kind of nowhere. I think he might have scored a podium. I'm not 100% sure. But other than that, he was nowhere last season.
He was nowhere around here as well. He had an awful race at Bathurst last year, so a good qualifying position will at least tamper his nerves ahead of the race. I believe Cecil he had, it was either Cecil or Liam he had a massive incident with last year.
Everyone's had a massive incident, I think, at one point or another. I'm surprised they came back. That we have banned the Grand Prix Drivers Safety Association in this league, so they cannot unionize.
They're shipped like the Stig. They're put in a wooden crate between races and then just opened up in their garage, in the car. They don't know where they are, what they're doing, and I think that shows with the racing that's on offer. Some say it's not very humanitarian, the way that we treat them, but they are just pixels at the end of the day.
Oh, you mean I wasn't supposed to kidnap all these people? Han Solo and everyone?
Oh, no, where are you keeping them?
I've been shipping them off to every race weekend.
This is a video game.
We're millions in debt!
and national war criminals, I think. Stealing all these people.
Bongo Cat. I had to go to a lab to create Bongo Cat for this series.
Cost us $2.5 billion. You accidentally create Corona in the process. Right, I think that is going to be it then. That's going to be our grid for Bathurst then, for the 15 laps around the mountain. It's going to be Han Solo on the front row with Tora Takagi then Katayama and Liam Bridesmaid on the second row, and Richard Aston and Flavio Briatore will round off the third then.
So starting on pole position is Han Solo. He finished third in the championship last season. Maybe he's finally getting on track. He's down in 27th. We'll see if he can convert pole. Moving down the line, we got Tora Takagi and Yukio Kariyama, two Japanese drivers that have been really fast learners in this series, and I feel like they're always up near the front. They might have an incident here or there, but they've always been up here, and we've been talking about them constantly. So it's been a great job on Danger Car's part on recruiting these drivers. And we got Liam Bridesmaid, Richard Attenborough, Flavio Briatore, again championship leader, starting up in the top 10. Hopefully he can continue his domination of this league. And then we got Matt Neal, again a championship contender last season that fell off, and maybe he can keep it more consistent here. And we got Tyler Ankrum, Jesse Pinkman, again reversing his fortunes. He was back in the 40s last season, and now he's back up in the top 10 pretty consistently. And we got Michael Scott, Enrique Lara, 8 has been having an awful season. We'll see if he can switch his fortunes today. Then we got Pepe, UJ Ide, Susie Wolf, might still have a concussion, but we'll see how she does. We got Fernando Alonso, Louis Spence, Heinz-Harald Hill, another championship contender this year, and we'll see if he can make up some positions and stay in it. Then we got Lando Calrissian, Taki Inoue, Karen Horner, Sheldon Creed, Johnny Schumacher, Catherine Payne, Bongo Cat, Alan Carr, Cecil, Mike Conway, Fook Me, Ranger Van de Sande, Jeff Goldblum, Kyle Busch, Keegan Spark, Samuel L. Jackson, Fook Yu, and David Attenborough.
Yeah, really interesting grid. I think the top sort of 5 or 6 are going to be quite pertinent because they should avoid incidents early on, but anybody in that midfield, it's not really going to matter. I think it's just going to be about survival for this first lap. But yeah, Flavio Briatore up there, our current championship leader. Decent starting position for Pepe as well, our race winner last time out. So yeah, going to be interesting to see how the guys get on. Okay, the engines are on. We're getting ready to get underway for round number 3 around Bathurst. Han Solo on the front row with Tora Takagi. And we are away. Han Solo, good start. Tora Takagi trying to get alongside, but actually coming under pressure from Liam Bridesmaid in the background. Richard Asper's made a good start ahead of Flavio Briatore as well. And we'll see if they can all make it through turn 1 in one piece as they head on up the mountain. And they do then. So here comes Han Solo down into turn 2. Defending from Tora Takagi, keeps himself ahead. Liam Bridesmaid's got himself into third in the slipstream around there. Then it comes Flavio Briatore, Richard Asper and Matt Neal then. Got 8 and Susie Wolf going side by side. 8 has managed to get ahead in that one. As we come up the mountain for the first time then, Fox.
Been very clean so far. It's a long race, and see everyone does. Again, a little racy there, but keeping it clean. To see if that lasts the whole lap.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very surprised. I don't think we've had a single incident so far. Got a lot of side-by-sides. They're coming back down the mountain, and then that's Fook Me and Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch just about staying ahead then. As we come down the mountain, it's Han Solo that will lead the way from Tora Takagi, Liam Bridesmaid, and Ukyo Katayama then.
Yeah, the order is much the same, but of course we're heading down towards that flashpoint of the final corner, and we'll see if the chaos ensues. Oh, already got some chaos. That's David Attenborough and Samuel L. Jackson.
It is. What a surprise. It's David Attenborough that's tried to stick it down the inside. Samuel Jackson who says, no, sir. Over he goes, and that's a massive accident.
That's two of Liam's cars.
It is, absolutely. He's not giving them any kind of brief there by the look of it, in terms of how they should be racing each other. And they'll be both back to pit lane then as we come down to the final corner for the first time then. Tora Takagi defending very aggressively from Liam Bridesmaid. We'll see if everyone can make it through. That's Cecil and Van der Zande going wheel to wheel. But it looks like we're okay for the first time through the final corner then. And we're on to lap 2 then. So we've got Liam Bridesmaid and Flavio Briatore here that look like they're having a go at each other. Flavio Briatore's moved himself up into 4th place then. Let's have a look from Matt Neal's perspective. Flavio Briatore looking on the outside of Katayama.
Matt Neal getting loose there.
He was, absolutely. There's not much grip. Well, these guys are absolutely wringing the neck of this thing. And they go side by side then. Flavio Briatore trying to make a move for 3rd place, our championship leader. Thinks better of it then. But he's up to 4th.
He's not thinking about the championship right now. There's a long way to go, and I think he's trying to make a statement.
Absolutely, he wants to put his mark on this championship early on. HEINZ-HARALO, our winner from race number 1, getting muscled out there by Yuji Hide Takianui, the other Japanese driver trying to make his way through. They're working in packs today, the Japanese drivers.
Yeah.
And moving and shakers on the first lap, then Kyle Busch up 3, Louis Spence down 4, and Flavio Briatore, obviously, as we said, up 2 places into 4th, our championship leader, making some moves early on. It's Han Solo that's broken away then.
Yeah, it's an incredible drive from Han Solo so far. Really breaking away from the field. We'll see if any chaos ensues, and we'll see how the pit sequences go, and yeah, it's looking really good for him so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Flavio Briatore continues his march. He sweeps around the outside of Katayama and is up into 3rd place already then. He's a man on a mission today.
He's really trying to make a statement, make his mark in this league. He was embarrassed last season. Yeah, it's...
Oh, contact!
There's a crash. That's Pepe and Enrique Lara.
It is. We'll see if everyone else makes it through. There's another accident in the background. Just trying to see who that is that's caught up. I think it's Fukmi, unfortunately. And that's a lot of damage once again. We need these F3 cars, guys. We have a limited stock. It's Jeff Goldblum once again. Of course it is. Fukmi tries around the outside. Jeff Goldblum gets a bit of curb. And Fukmi into the barriers to join Enrique Lara. Let's just see if we can see what happened on the first instant. That's Pepe trying to make the move down the inside. And again, I think it's just going to clip the inside curb, which runs him out wide into Enrique Lara. And that's the end of the day for them at the moment. We've got Van der Zande and Kyle Busch going wheel to wheel. This is for 27th and 28th place.
Kyle Busch has really been showing off on these road courses for someone who's an oval racer and a NASCAR racer at that.
Yeah, absolutely. He's adapting pretty well. And should have really been in the top 3 at the Super Speedway, but for that late pit stop.
Should have won it.
Well, should have won it, yeah, absolutely. We've got Johnny Schumacher and Alan Carr. Oh, they're all swarming around as they come back down the hill. 2 by 2 by 2. So close indeed. And that's Johnny Schumacher and Alan Carr still wheel-to-wheel. Cecil trying to make a move in the background on Mike Conway.
Cecil's a lot to prove after these first 2 rounds.
He does. He's going to get alongside Conway. Kyle Busch weaving all over the place. Kyle Busch will fancy a move down the inside as well then. Cecil sweeps around the outside and makes up the position then.
Yeah, there's just nowhere to go. Everyone's in line.
Yeah, Bongo Cat on the outside.
Oh, into the crowd.
It's your favourite saying, Fox. And Van der Zande's been caught up as well. That's Fukyu that's climbed over the top. Van der Zande and Fukyu are the next casualties. Actually, Van der Zande has managed to get himself going. Although that could be more of a hindrance than a blessing for him.
Yeah.
So
Let's see if anyone has some concussions.
Oh, there'll be plenty of them. We have plenty of Red Cross teams around the track for this one. We actually invited them for it to be their permanent training ground for the Red Cross. if you want to teach people about concussion management, this is the place to do it. It's guaranteed. I've got Michael Scott trying to make a move. 8 is defending all over the place from... This is Michael Scott, UJ Ide, Fernando Alonso that's making a move down the inside of UJ Ide. Gets that move done. HEINZ-HARALO Hill makes his way past Taki and Nue as well. We've got a lot of people on a charge here. Surprisingly, the mountain has been okay at the moment. I think when we start to see some people come back out of the pits, that's probably when we'll start to see the action happen in the mountain.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see how the engineers are on repairing the car. They've obviously not been up to standard for safety these last couple rounds and last season, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's hope that they're okay going back out there.
Looks like Flavio goes defensive.
Seem okay. Yeah, Flavio, after his charge, has become a bit disconnected in the background. Oh, that's Liam Bridesmaid making a late move on Katayama. And Matt Neal and Richard Attenborough also in tow. Says some guys.
David Attenborough right ahead.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah, he's come back out of the pits. Let's hope he's okay. There's all sorts going on in the background down here. And it's Johnny Schumacher, Sheldon Creed. Let's just make sure these guys do get through okay. They do at the moment. It's David Attenborough in between Flavio Briatore and Tora Takagi, isn't it?
Yep. So it looks like his car is decently repaired enough to actually make it through turn 2.
Oh,
they managed to get the brakes.
We missed an instant here. It's HEINZ-HARALO Hill.
Oh no.
It's
Fifth in the
Fernando
championship.
Alonso struggling ahead, and I think this is Cecil that's going to come down the inside. Oh no, Cecil's a bit further back, so that's a separate incident. That's Takagi, isn't it? No. Well, it's one of them that's put him into the barrier, and then Cecil's presumably going to have a separate incident. I think that might be Alan Carr.
Or is that Catherine Payne?
Oh, it might have been Catherine Payne. Number 6, yeah, you're right, Catherine Payne. Oh, he's very, very loose over the hill.
I have some damage on that car. Is that a... Okay, I thought there was a car flipped over in that section.
There might be. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the timing screens because there's quite a lot going on it. But I think we're okay at the moment. So this is the closest battle on track then. It's Flavio Briatore defending from Ukyo Katayama, who'll try and go round the outside. Gets that move done. Nicely done. And Katayama back up into 3rd place.
Seems like the outside there is the preferred line.
Yeah, absolutely. They're able to just carry the speed, and then they got the inside line for the next corner, so that works out pretty well for them. As Louis Spencer's made a move on Karen Horner then. Susie Wolf and Michael Scott into the final corner. Michael Scott has pushed Susie Wolf off into the barrier. Michael Scott's in the middle of the track, facing the wrong way. Don't collect him. It's incredibly close from Jeff Goldblum there.
Always involved somehow.
Oh, Jesse Pinkman's facing the wrong way at turn 1.
Did he just lose it on his own, or did he have contact?
No, just making sure nobody collects him first. Oh, he's going to try the switchback on one of Tom Bryant's cars. No, that was definite contact.
Well, yeah, he lost it first, though. And then he hit the curb and then hit the wheel and then lost it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he was trying the switchback on it was one of Tom Bryant's cars. I don't know what was going on there. Oh, it's Jeff Goldblum down the inside of Carl Busch. I don't like this at all, Fox. Carl Busch carrying more speed all over the place, trying to hold on to the back end of that Formula 3 car. Jeff Goldblum won't give it up. He's trying around the outside now. You've got to concede that now, Jeff. Surely, no, he's going to carry on down the inside for the double left-hander. We'll have the inside line here. The back end twitching all over the place, and he gets the move done. Nicely done, Jeff. Maybe that early incident has woken him up a bit.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Kyle Busch is known as the Intimidator in NASCAR. He's well known for crashing out competitors. So I think there might be some revenge on the way here.
Okay, so that was very brave attacking from Jeff Goldblum with that bearing in mind then. Because he could have come back under threat from Kyle Busch as they come down the straight here then. Just keeping an eye on the top 3 or 4. Doesn't look like they're changing this time around. So we will stay on board with this battle then as Kyle Busch tries to get his revenge. That's Catherine Payne in the background as well. Already had her fair share of In the Wars today. And Kyle Busch can't get it done around the outside then. And I think this will be the status quo unless he can get a little toe and chuck it around the outside. Wouldn't be favourable to do so here, though, in our favourite clash point. And, oh, it's Catherine Payne, actually, that's going to get the better run out of there alongside Kyle Busch. We'll see if Kyle Busch intimidates Catherine Payne here. Catherine Payne down the inside. Kyle Busch carries more speed. He'll have the slipstream on Jeff Goldblum as they come down. This is great racing, Fox. Didn't expect this today.
No. Yeah, it's been fantastic so far. Been a few crashes. Well, by a few I mean like half the field. But
it's not as bad so far. It's only about 7 cars that have been caught up and are a lap down. The rest are okay at the moment.
So maybe the quick lesson on safety and repairing cars has paid off.
Maybe. I've heard some of the teams have written in a 30% you wreck, you pay strategy at some of the teams this year. And of course, all of these names are relying on their celebrity earnings from before because they're not being paid for this.
Yeah, this is all for charity. Definitely. I was gonna say charity, but I don't know.
Say we're not even giving money to charity for the drivers. We're giving rewards to the team owners. Drivers get nothing. Say they're being forced to drive. Right, let's not make it too weird. Right, this is Richard Asper around the outside. That's Matt Neal, who has been displaced for 5th place then. And then it's Liam Bridesmaid that's been shuffled to the back of this front 7 that are starting to split away.
That's BBW Foxworth Racing right there in tow.
It is, yeah, absolutely. They need a good result for this one. Not had the best start to the season so far, as that's Johnny Schumacher down the inside of Sheldon Creed. That was always going to happen. Johnny Schumacher round. He's kept it out the barrier at least.
Yeah, looks like everyone's going to miss him, and he gets it on the grass and...
Oh, good job, son.
The barrier. Oh, okay.
You right?
I thought he was driving straight to the barrier.
No, I think he was okay.
Yeah, he was fine. He's fine.
This battle is continuing then. Kyle Busch. We got Jeff Goldblum going wheel to wheel with Mike Conway, and then Kyle Busch and Catherine Payne just behind, and then that's Lando Calrissian defending very early. Jeff Goldblum makes the move on the inside of Conway. Catherine Payne gets past Kyle Busch then, and now it's Pepe and Keegan Spark getting interested at the back of this group. I think this is some of the best racing we've seen in this league so far, Fox.
Indeed, most of it ends in the barrier, and so far this group has been fantastic, and it looks like the Intimidator is being a bit intimidated today. Maybe he's not in his element.
No, he's in Australia, so he's not in his element at all. He can't understand why it's hot and everything's trying to kill him, including the drivers. Right, let's get back to the front of this field. Han Solo is absolutely walking away with this at the moment. He made early use of the guys behind him fighting, as Tora Takagi has now from the group behind, which is Flavio Briatore and Katayama, that are fighting pretty hard for 3rd and 4th place. Then it's Richard Attenborough, Matt Neal and Liam. This is a great trio of drivers here. 2 of Hardy's and 1 of Liam's and Liam. But it's not the way round you would think it is.
Yeah.
So great results for all 3 of these, this would be. As long as they don't take each other out. But yeah, it's an interesting race. We're going to have, I hope, a pit stop at some point.
Yeah.
Which will add to it a little bit. But it's this battle that I want to stay on board with for the moment. Jeff Goldblum has got past Lando Calrissian.
Richard Attenborough had an incident. He's fallen down the order.
Oh, he is. He's round the wrong way at turn 1. They're going left, right, and centre.
Fernando Alonso.
No, Alonso has launched it.
Oh,
Catherine Payne has to go left, right, and centre.
Okay.
Karen Horner just about avoids. Oh. Get the car off the track, guys. That's Mike Conway that's been caught up. Any for any more? Get off the track, lads. Who's coming next? Jesse Pinkman out the pit lane. Michael Scott's just about made his way past then. And those cars have returned to the pit lane. Who was it that was the wrong way? Richard Attenborough, wasn't it? Oh, I just want to see. There's more. Oh, what's happening? Alan Carr is...
Far into the wall.
Have we got a new Martin Brundle? I hope so.
That's Samuel Jackson.
Oh,
yeah.
he's just launched into the back of him.
I think Samuel Jackson just went up the mountain.
Let's just have a look at it. He just launches himself into it.
So I think what's happened is he saw Martin Brundle's strategy from last season, hitting him in the back on the track, and I think he's tried to copy it.
Absolutely. He's obviously not remembering that day quite as everyone else did. And thought that maybe it was a good... He had something in the back of his mind about that corner. He wasn't sure what it was. It was either do it or don't do it. I think he knows now.
I mean, if you remember from last season, that's that Martin Brundle was the one that took out Samuel Jackson. That was like our first time we saw Martin Brundle be broken.
Well, exactly. And I think that's obviously what he's, as you say, trying to replicate. I mean, Samuel Jackson has done 3 laps so far. So he is literally doing the Martin Brundle. He's coming out of the pits, losing his brakes into turn 2, and returning him back into the pits then. This is the battle for 3rd and 4th, though. This is Flavio Briatore and Catiarma. They've been swapping places almost every other lap. It's Flavio going to the outside then. Normally the better run on the outside, but Catiarma brakes much better this time round. And we'll keep 3rd place for the moment then.
We're on replay, by the way.
We are. Pit stops. Han Solo back out. Toru Takagi's had a really good stop. Has put himself right on the back of the race leader. We've got a... Well, Han Solo's got a fight on his hands now. As Catiarma comes back out. Ahead of Flavio Briatore, Liam Bridesmaid, Tyler Ankrum. 7th? How's that happened? Matt Neal.
5 positions.
He is. 31 second stop. Matt Neal, 33 seconds.
Let's hope that he got the fuel in.
Let's hope so. Kyle Busch with a longer pit stop. Along with Catherine Payne. So, yeah, that's what's happened there. But we have a battle for the lead once again then. Slightly slow stop from the Falcon Racing boys. And that's enough to put Toru Takagi back in the slipstream. And now there's going to be nothing stopping these two fighting for the win towards the flag then.
It's going to be an all-out battle. Let's just hope it doesn't end in tears for both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have a battle for the lead either way, because Catiarma and Flavio Briatore are battling for 3rd and 4th, so if they do take each other out, we'll still have a battle for the lead, but hopefully they can have a nice clean race to the end. Because I say the majority of the racing in this has been really good fun. Really clean stuff, very interesting stuff. Kyle Busch and Catherine Payne still battling away, although it's for 14th and 15th now. And it's Keegan Spark and Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, honestly, I think Spa was more chaotic, but this has been more enjoyable just racing-wise.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been great so far. It's been some great battles, and we have had a move to the lead then. Takagi has made the move around the outside. And Solo will try it back around the outside into the final corner. Has to settle for 2nd for now then. So Takagi was patient. He broke away. His pit crew did the better job. And now he's in the lead of the race. We've got Catiarma defending from Flavio Briatore here into turn 1. Liam Bridesmaid getting interested in the background. I don't know what he was doing there.
Yeah.
He was trying the switchback, but that didn't work, son. You've now put yourself under pressure from Liam Bridesmaid as they come up towards turn 2.
Flavio's having a fantastic season, but he's got a possibly injured car right ahead of him. We'll see if he can make it through the mountain section.
Absolutely. Liam will try around the outside of Catiarma there. You have to be brave or stupid to get that done. And he was clever that time around, I think. He knew it wasn't going to work around the outside of that. As you say, Flavio Briatore gets past what looks like a very injured Mike Conway, who's just come out of the pits. Who's currently a lap down. He gets out of the way of Catiarma. Well, he's trying to get out of the way of Catiarma and Liam. Don't. And now your teammate coming through, mate. Get out of the way. There you go.
An 8.
8 is the next one to come across him. Yep. It's Tyler Ankrum up to P6 as well, having a very good race. Another one with a very good pit crew and a good pit stop this time round. As 8 gets his way past Conway as well. So Conway's injured, but it doesn't look as bad this time around. Matt Neal will stick it down the inside of him.
Still racing them hard. It's not making it easy.
It's not the easiest place to get out the way, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true.
But Matt Neal was not hanging around, using his racing skills chiseled in the on the wet circuits of Britain in touring cars, that one. Although Mike Conway also had a similar upbringing. He's going to try and fight that back, but thinks better of it.
Can you imagine this series with rain?
Well, it's coming if you believe iRacing. So, yeah, I mean, it adds a whole new possibility, doesn't it?
Yep.
I think there's a lot of possibilities for this series in general if people enjoy it. We get continued uptake from Season 1 to Season 2. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far. It's been an incredible season. We should hopefully have just flat-out action in the tracks we picked this year. So do tune in for the rest of them. But yeah, there's plenty of opportunities. There's one-off events we could do with the F1 cars that have got AI now, that have different tyre compounds, you know, different strategies that can come in there. But yeah, for the moment, let's try and get through this race in the F3s.
Indeed, and looks like Han Solo is still trying to pressurize Tora here, but I don't know. That gap's starting to extend, it seems.
Yeah, Tora Takagi, great lap time last time around, is starting to pull away then. As Enrique Lara makes her pit stop after making an early stop because of the damage. Moves Bongo Cat back up into P24. Susie Wolf P25. We've got any battles in the lower end that we've maybe missed. We've got Lando. Oh, it's got a nice little one here. This is Keegan Spark in 16th place, up 17 places so far today. He's ahead of Pepe. He's slipped back 4 to 17. Then it's Lando Calrissian and Johnny Schumacher that are in this nice little fight. Stay on board with it for a little bit and see what happens.
Indeed, it looks like Kagan entered Jesse Pinkman, which is what the award is named after, and now he's entered Keegan. Yeah, so he's looking pretty good for this award as well.
He is. Who also is looking good for this one is Jeff Goldblum. He did get caught up, but his car's been okay. He's getting closed down by Karen Horner a bit here, but up 19 places. We've got to move 4th place in. Tyler Ankrum has made his way past Katayama.
Looks like 8 is right behind as well, fighting with Liam Bridesmaid.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it, guys. Oh,
yep. It's predictable, but 8's fine.
It's Liam again. Every time at this track, Liam gets put into that barrier. That's 2 years in a row now.
Oh, they got really close there with Matt Neal. But yeah, that's not very kind from our champion from Season 1.
No, not at all. The battle between Kyle Busch and Catherine Payne continues on. And there is that battle that we will look at then. Keegan Spark defending. Lando Calrissian making the move down the inside of Pepe. Johnny Schumacher, I think we will go on board with at the back of this pack then. Lando Calrissian gets shuffled behind Pepe. Pepe trying to make a move down the outside of Keegan Spark. And then it's Johnny Schumacher who will look for the inside line on Lando Calrissian then. Johnny Schumacher gets the braking done a little bit later. Pepe tries around the outside. Johnny Schumacher gets the pair of them. Great racing from those two.
What a move.
Patient work. And was using the control of Michael Schumacher and the bravery of Johnny Herbert there.
Fantastic. I just realized that Catherine Payne and Kyle Busch is a battle of American drivers.
It is, yeah. The battle of the youth versus experience of the American world. They've been having a great battle all race long. And to be fair, some great points and a great recovery from both of them. Catherine Payne up 10, Kyle Busch up 19. They've been patient. They picked their way through together. And they will do battle over the remaining 2.5 laps here then to see who comes out on top in that one.
I think Kyle Busch is my biggest surprise so far this season. We'll see how he does. He's up in 3rd place in the championship, and I think he's going to be staying up near the top after this race.
Yeah, no, looking good at the moment. Matt Neal has, I think, got past 8, and then 8's having to defend now from Mike Conway, who's a lap down. Shouldn't have to be doing that, but we know the AI don't really matter when it comes to that.
Indeed.
This battle's still going on then, so Keegan Spark is still holding on from this trio. I'm fairly sure we saw Keegan Spark in an incident at some point with a little bit of damage, so maybe that's why he's struggling, but he's holding on valiantly at the moment. As Pepe looks to make a move down the inside of Johnny Schumacher. That's a late one. Won't get it done round there. Johnny Schumacher's brave around the outside. And can Lando Calrissian repeat what Johnny Schumacher did the last lap around. It's almost the exact same setup. Can he find a way down the inside of both of them? He's not quite as long up alongside Pepe, though. It's Pepe that's going to have a look down the inside of Johnny Schumacher then. Johnny Schumacher gets shuffled out on the outside.
Brave moves from everyone. Yeah. And it looks like Michael Scott is caught up in this pack as well. Just adding the car to this massive battle for P15.
Yeah, Michael Scott.
Every position matters, too.
Well, that's it, isn't it? It's these points could be critical towards the end of the season for both the drivers and the teams championship. We got HEINZ-HARALO and Cecil making some late stops because they pitted early on from damage. But yeah, it's definitely Keegan Spark that's got the problem. I mean, he's a couple of seconds a lap slower than the cars in front. So that's what's causing this big old train. And
you know whose teammate is? Kyle Busch. I think he's trying to hold back the train of cars for his teammate to focus on Catherine Payne here. Massive team play.
Yeah, absolutely. He's doing a good rear gunner job at the moment. He's holding up half the field behind him. And, right, we're going on to the penultimate lap then. It's Tora Takagi that has pulled out a second gap now over Han Solo. Still great results.
Final.
Oh, it's final. It didn't tick over. Yeah, no, this is the final lap of the race then. And we got Tyler Ankrum and Katayama that have just switched places then. So Katayama's got himself back up. We've got an almighty battle between 8. Matt Neal, UJ Ide, Louis Spence, and Sheldon. Oh, Sheldon Creed's a little bit further back then.
That's I'm not sure who that is. Is that one of the Adams girls?
Who?
The car that's a lap down in this battle. No. Anyways,
it's Mike Conway, I think, 29.
Mike Conway, and then Louis Spence. You're on Louis Spence.
Louis Spence is on the right lap.
Gotcha. Anyway,
Kyle Busch has made his move. He's got himself ahead. Keegan Spark is defending furiously from Pepe, Johnny Schumacher. Let's go to the back of this battle then. We will jump up to the front at some point to see them cross the line. But that's Johnny Schumacher getting shuffled back. CALRISSIAN and Pepe are the ones at the front of this field at the moment then. Fukmi's just made his way past Cecil. But let's watch the cars come in then. So it's Tora Takagi then. Han Solo's in the slipstream, but doesn't look like it's going to be enough for him. Still a great result from Han Solo. Couldn't hold on to pole though. Tora Takagi paid the patient game. Got the pit stop right. Made his move shortly after the pit stop and has not looked back. And he's going to round the final corner to take the win, to make it 3 different winners from 3 different races in the Foxworth Autosport Fantasy League. Han Solo will come across the line in 2nd place. It's going to be Flavio Briatore that will probably extend his championship lead in 3rd. Then it's Katayama defending late on from Tyler Ankrum for 4th and 5th. Matt Neal just about holds on. UJ Ide looking to get 8 on the line there and does, I think. No, I think 8 crossed because the line's pretty early there. Then it's Louis Spence then. Sheldon Creed. Jeff Goldblum. Great result in 11th place. Karen Horner P12. Catherine Payne's got herself back ahead of Kyle Busch then. That battle is won by Catherine Payne from Kyle Busch. Keegan Spark holds on for a brilliant 15th place. Then it's Pepe, Lando Calrissian, Johnny Schumacher, Michael Scott, Jesse Pinkman. Then we got Rene van der Zande. Rene, I keep calling him Rene, no idea why. Van der Zande just ahead of Taki and Nui. Liam Bridesmaid. When did he? Oh, he got put in a barrier, didn't he? Of course he did.
Yes.
Because it's Bathurst. That's what happens with Liam. Around Bathurst. He's going to come across the line in 23rd. Bongo Cat and Enrique Lara having a late battle here for P25 and 24. Nobody's telling them, though. They're fighting for this as though it's for the win on the final lap. That was Ted Kravitz last year. Yeah, Lara round the outside. Gets that move done late then on Bongo Cat. And that's going to be P24 for Enrique Lara. Could be valuable points towards the end. Bongo Cat, disappointing result for P25. It's Susie Wolf. HEINZ-HARALO, How the Mighty Have Fallen from the race number 1. P27, then it's Fuck You and Fuck Me. That's never going to happen again. P28 and P29. Cecil will round off a disappointing race for him in 30th. Alan Carr is P31. Fernando Alonso P32. Then it's the Attenborough brothers next to each other, P33, P34. And Mike Conway has already crossed the line at the back of the field. And of course, Samuel Jackson, how could I forget him? He completed 7 of the 15 laps today.
I think that was better than Martin Brundle. I don't think Martin Brundle completed a single lap.
That's the AI improvement, right? They're getting better as they go on. Wow, my voice is shot after that one, Fox, but I just couldn't stop talking about the crazy action we saw.
Indeed, and it was less chaos and just more straight-up action. It was a fantastic racing from the drivers out there. I think they learned a lot from last year, and maybe a couple life insurance policies were not approved, and maybe they're taking it a little bit more cautious now, and trying not to make suicidal moves around the outside of certain corners. Obviously, there's still a lot of wrecks, but yeah, it was fantastic racing, a lot of clean racing as well. And yeah, we're looking at Kyle Busch and Catherine Payne, and what a battle for the Americans it was today.
Yeah, no, they fought all the way through. They're up 11 and 18 places. Keegan Spark up 18 as well. Did a brilliant job to hold off Pepe, Lando Calrissian, Johnny Schumacher, and Michael Scott. But yeah, I don't know. We got 8 cars less than last year. I don't know if that was a factor on it as well. Maybe not quite as busy a track, but we saw plenty of action. But I feel that's the most balanced race we've seen, as you say. We had a lot of action, wheel to wheel, great racing, and a few of the crashes to keep the casuals interested as well.
The casual.
That's what they say in Formula 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
Casuals watch for crashes.
Hey, Martin Brundle says we all like a good shunt. We just don't like a dead driver.
Yeah, that's killed the mood. Right, shall we? Yeah, how the championship's going to look after that one. But we'll get all the tables totted up and let you know the standings going into round 4.
So reviewing the standings after round 3, we got Flavio Briatore really breaking away from the field here. But Sheldon Creed is, that's like 72 points behind already. But Matt Neal had a similar gap towards the beginning of the season last season. So we'll see how that kind of changes. Anything can happen. Flavio can have a terrible race and be completely out of it. There's a 91 point difference this season. We didn't update the point standings to match 36 cars. So it only goes down to 9 points. So there's still a 91 point swing that can happen at any weekend. So it's not over yet. And then we got the another standout of the season so far, Kyle Busch. We got Liam Bridesmaid in 4th. We got Pepe, Tyler Ankrum, Toru Takagi, the winner of this, shooting up towards the top. We got Yukio Katayama, Louis Spence, and Han Solo, finally up in the top 10. So yeah, he was top 3 in the last season, and I think he's finally making his move.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Flavio's running away with it at the moment, but as you quite rightly said, that changed last season and could very easily change again. I think the thing to keep an eye on there is how close the rest of the top 10 are, right? Between Sheldon Creed and Han Solo in 10th, there's only 17 points. So it could very easily switch around, and it just takes a couple of bad races for Flavio. But yeah, it's as you say, Kyle Busch had a great season as well. Sheldon Creed up there in 2nd. So yeah, a lot that could still happen, but they're going to have to start closing that gap on Flavio as soon as they can.
Moving on to the Teams Championship, we got El Clasico Racing up on top thanks to Flavio Briatore. Fernando Alonso is down in 22nd, so that's really hampering their runaway charge here as they're only 19 points ahead of HWT Motorsport, a new entrance to the series. And we got UG Ide's Super License Warriors not far behind. And then Falcon Racing Team, Memes to the Moon, Danger Cars by Taki Inoue, BBW Cosworth Racing is finally up in the top 10. We got Pepsi Haters, Fox's Wet Dream, and 8th is a New First, rounding out the top 10. So, yeah, it's a couple new entrants here, but Dan is really doing quite well. He has 2 teams in the top 4, and he's got a driver leading the Drivers' Championship by a wide margin. So it's looking like a very good return for his teams.
Yeah, it's looking good for them at the moment. It's nice to see some of the old teams starting to make an appearance back in that top 10 as well. Memes to the Moon, BBW, Falcon starting to make their moves up the standings off some good races there. But yeah, it's El Clasico and HWT that hit in the front at the moment. And who are the 2 HWT drivers? Is it Sheldon Creed?
And Tyler Ankrum.
Okay. So both strongly inside the top 10, those drivers at the moment. And El Clasico being carried by Flavio at the moment. They're going to need some more points out of Fernando Alonso if they want to hold on to that lead then.
Indeed.
But yeah, it's a lot closer in the teams. And, well, I mean, 18th place is 114 points for reference. So still very much catchable, and it can all switch around. We're only on round 3 of 10, so plenty more racing to come.
Indeed, and full racing or full standings will be in the Discord the following day after the race premieres on YouTube. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, absolutely. You can find the links to the Discord in the description of each race if you want to get involved in the next season, see the full standings, or just join the discussion as the fantasy season unfolds. But you know what? I said it at the end of the race, but I feel like that was the best balance of chaos and good racing that we've seen. And if that carries on through the season, we could be in for a really exciting season of just not the crash, bam, wham, thank you, ma'am style racing that we've become. And that's not the right order of that, I know, but we're sticking with it. That we've become used to in this series, but we're starting to see some really good wheel-to-wheel action as well, which brings a different type of excitement. So if the drivers can carry that on into round 4, then that would be good for them. I don't know where we are.
Knock Hill International is going to be where we're at next time out. I believe that's a short oval.
No, so Knock Hill is a track in the UK. So it's one of the newest tracks to iRacing. It's typically a touring car track.
Okay.
Think sort of Alton Park style. So it's going to be quite frenetic around there. There's a lot of very narrow corners, a lot of changes of direction, a lot of high speed stuff, and a very infamous final hairpin as well. So it's going to be a new track for the Fantasy League, but one that should produce some really, really good racing. So really looking forward to that one next time out. But look, thank you for joining me as always, Fox. I hope everybody enjoyed round number 3 and is enjoying the Fantasy League so far. If you do, you can hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with it. If you want to get involved, as we said, in the next Fantasy League, then join the Discord below for when the sign-ups go out for that. But yeah, until next time, thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you again next time.